which is 7B cell B2, which is 7,812, and we want to multiply this and with the 20%, we want to get the 20%. So please multiply these two.
Okay, so we want, what is the question we're trying to solve? Like, what is
go to cell B D2. D2. This is the cell. Okay. Just write equal sign. Multiply. Go to the cell B2. B2. Yes, this one. Okay, and now steric. And D1. D1, 20%. Okay, enter, plus enter.
plus enter or just enter?
Just enter. So press enter, press enter. Okay. Okay, now this is the 20% of 7812. You
So
can
this
highlight
basically
it.
multiply this by 20% to get this.
Exactly. Now you can highlight this B column from 78122 to 9088. Just select this whole row, yes, and highlight this with the yellow. Okay, if I told you yes, that if we drag this to the right, then if you can see that the cell values are also dragging right. Go to D2 and drag it to right and below as well. Now click on the E2 where 0 is. Now you see it is C2 multiplied by E1. Okay, and now the cell reference is not, we have to lock the column as well as the row so we move it downwards. So you can drag it below as well. Drag it below, you will see that now what is moving. Click on this one. Now you see the row will be moving. As you see, it is coming to the D2. Just click at the end of D2 on the formula bar. On the formula bar. The formula bar is here, yes. No, for the next cell, if you see for the next cell, for the D3 cell, and then go to this cell where the 8344778, yes. Escape, press escape. You are just getting this one. Press escape button. Escape. Okay, now go to D3. That is 8344778. Yes. Click on here and now click on the formula bar at the end of D2. Formula bar. Go to formula bar. No, you are then again clicking the previous cell. Escape button. Please press the escape button. Select this cell. Below cell. Below D3 cell. Yes, D3. Now go to the formula bar and why this is going. Okay, now it's great. Now you see that D2 is there and we were supposed to have the 20% of 5341, but it is not going to be the 20%. It is taking 1563 value. So we just want to kill this one, that we don't have this formula, this dynamically change. So we lock the values in the first and then we paste, drag it down or drag it to the right. So now delete the D3 and E2. Now we will format the formula in the D2 cell. Okay, you got the point. we have to put the dollar sign.
I think I kind of understand it.
Okay, can you give me the
Well, what we're trying to do basically is we're trying to take the numbers from the column B and
yes,
multiply
exactly,
it by these percentages across the board here, 20%, 25%.
exactly,
So and we want to basically do B2 times 20%, B3 times 20%, B4 times 20%, and have these numbers come here. And we also want
yes,
to do
but
B1 times 25%, 30%, etc., right? So we created the
exactly.
first one, but now
But
we need to,
when we are dragging, we are our values are not multiplied by not multiplying by with the required values. So if we move down, then the 20% the row number one also moves down. So
Hmm.
that is not required. So just to cater that one, need to log the row first for
Hmm.
D2. So if you see at the start of B2, you place the dollar sign in this formula. You got my point. If you drag it down till the end, you will get the point. Okay, drag it down till the end.
It's basically I'm trying to figure out what is it doing. It's basically multiplying.
It is not multiplying each value from the B's column with the 20%. It is multiplying with the
Mm,
and it is moving forward. It is moving through D4, D5. We want to log the D2, D1 only. Okay.
mhm.
Go to the first cell. It is, if you see
Oh,
that is
yeah, I see. Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
okay. If you go to the first cell, second cell, which is D2, D2,
Mm,
D2,
mhm.
1560. If you see here, our formula is actually we are multiplying the B cell
With
with the
this one
D1.
with this one.
So to log the D1, we have to place a dollar sign at the end of D.
I see.
Okay, please place a dollar sign at the end of D.
Like that? Or at the between the D and the one.
I think there is lagging something. No, no, at the between D and one, not
Okay.
at the end. Between,
Okay.
yes, exactly here, here. Now you drag it down. You will see you have sorted out this problem.
Mm, well,
Just enter. No, no, you are entering. Okay, just enter. Okay, now drag it down.
I think it's doing it now. 53, 41, 20% of that is probably 1068. That sounds about right.
Okay, now
Mhm.
you have killed. Now, if you drag this to the right, you will see the problem exists there as well. Now, the B column will keep moving. So, we don't want to keep the move the B column. So, we have to log the row as well for that person. So, for that person, we will, yes, you get the point.
Yes.
Drag it to the right, you will see the problem. But here you have entered the wrong dollar sign. Dollar sign will be at the start of the B. To log the row, you have must have the it at the start of the B.
So
So you put the dollar sign with or it before B or before B. Yes, here.
why did we put it before B but after D?
So before you log the row, because B is B is our column. Okay, we don't want to change this B over the row first.
Hmm.
and we don't want to change the D1 when we move towards the in the column. So that's why we put to log the column. We put it at the end of the D because we were locking the column. Column was every changing. It was changing the from 1 to 3.
Interesting.
Okay, you
Yeah.
got my point. Now drag it to the right. Or copy it and paste it from the whole summary from D2 to Q or Q11. You can paste it anywhere else, this formula. This will calculate the same way. You got my point?
I think yes.
Okay, you can now paste it below. Similarly, I told you another thing yesterday. This is actually where we are placing. Now you see, click anywhere in the at any cell, you will see that you have put the formula right. So these are the cell references. These are very important. You have to keep in view when you are dealing with these kind of summaries uh, where you have some percentages or multiply something with anything. Now you
Mm,
see it is B7 with M1. Our the top row is locked. Similarly, our B column is locked everywhere. If you see
mhm,
B is locked and we are getting to the B10 reference, if we are in the 10th row. Similarly, on the top, we are on the P1, that is our percentages, because our percentages are in the row 1.
mhm.
Any question from this?
No, I think I understand the gist of it. Basically, you're trying to lock each. Yeah, when you do the calculation, you're just locking the rows and the columns to reference them.
Yes.
I think I kind of understand it. Yes.
Okay, there is another way. There is a shortcut to move with this one, these kind of dollar signs. If you go to the D2, place the what you can the cursor on the B in the formula bar. B. Okay, now press F4. Then press again F4. Now you see whenever you press, one time dollar comes before it, one time dollar come after it, one time dollar come before and after both. Before and after will log this cell everywhere. So you will not be moving. If you move this downwards, then it will be taking only B2. It will not taking B3, B4, B5 with the movement. So we don't want to log this absolute uh, reference. Okay, so this is absolute reference. Cell will not move anywhere. Okay, yeah, if you put the dollar sign before and after, you lock everything. So this cell will be referring to the B2. So this is a shortcut you can move by putting the B F4 column. Okay, so that is a kind of. No, it is incorrect. If you see, it will give the same value because B2 is locked. Okay.
What about this way? It's doing this part, looks like, right?
Okay, this is the B2. You are getting the value of this will be correct for the first row, but for the second row, it will give you the error. This it will give you the same values because the you are not getting the 25% of 5341. It will give you the 25% of 7812 because you are
Mm-hmm.
referring it to 7812. Okay, you see the same
Mm-hmm.
values
Mm-hmm.
just because B2 is absolutely locked.
So can't be
So,
both at the end also.
this comes into play when you have something in the value. that is logged, that is placed at one place. You put the dollar sign on the both hand if you are referring to the same. For this example, let me share my screen. You just to give you an example to absolute values, so you have the better idea.
Okay.
You have disabled
Oh, sorry.
participant screen.
Go ahead.
My screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, somewhere we use the data validation in some cases. So we have a value that is placed somewhere. If you see, just let me show you some dashboard. Okay,
Okay.
this is also in the example, but I'm just trying to give you an example. Okay, this is our discount. Discount is 20%. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
discount is everywhere. Now we have uh, a reference that is these are our sales or the prices. So it is 20, 200, 100, 50, 60, and
Mm-hmm.
discounted bid price. So if you see, I just want this by multiply by this. Okay, now if I drag it to everywhere, it is taking to the, you see, you are getting my point. It is taking, so we have this value placed at one place, and we just want to absolutely we are referring to this 20%, no other things. In that
Mm-hmm.
case we were making a summary of different percentages for just analysis, but here we just want only 1%. So what we will do, we will place the cursor here and F4, and dollar sign will be at the start and at dollar sign at the end. Now it is logged, D2 is logged. Now you move anywhere, move to the right, D2 will be logged. If you see, D2 is logged. So at the right, there is no use of it because there is no data. We only want the percentages of these values. So, and we have our discount here. So we have used this discount, okay, 20%. We have only put this one. You got my point?
Yes. We're basically locking in cell D2, and then we're basically doing the calculations on D2 times the column F7. I mean, sorry, cell F7.
Column F, that is here our value is F7. So I am
And
moving this. So we have no need of this one. If you want to, if you have another kind of values where we want to log this F7, then we will, because there the simple summary and our only purpose was to log the D2, and it was absolute log, that is from uh, we will be putting dollar sign before and after that. Okay,
mm-hmm.
so now there is three ways that you put. One is dollar sign at the start of a, one is dollar sign at the end of a, and one is dollar sign before and after of a. So this mean absolute log, or the cell is logged. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
here is the row is logged, and here is the column log.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just we will see this these cell references. Just remember this one. You can also share your screen. Please share your screen. You can also do a practice by taking the column A and put the value in column C. You can take that one, and then you will be a better idea. Okay, I'm stopping my screen. Okay, you can share your screen, please. So this is very important in the Google. If we go to the Google sheets, then this will also help us. So now we were taking B. You can take also A to get the percentages of A column.
Okay. Let me see if I can write that by
But
myself.
remember to remove the dollar sign after A because we don't want. Okay, escape. You are just putting some ranges in this one. Delete it. Just once again, try once again. So you have the brackets. Delete this. Delete this one. Okay, just equal. Now it's A1, A2, sorry. Now press F4 and put the dollar sign before it by pressing A4. F4, sorry, F4. Press once again. Once again. Okay, that's great. Now static. Now take the D1. Press A4.
F4, you mean?
F4, sorry. F4. Once again. Now it's great. Just press the enter. Give me a minute, please.
Sure.
Okay, now drag it to the right as well as below. So you will now get the percentages with reference to the A column, the first column.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now you
So
got the point. Now you can highlight this A's instead of B because we are taking those values. There is no use of B. No fill. No fill. Okay, now it's A that we are referring to. Just to remember.
okay,
Okay.
so let me
Now
see if I
drag
can.
this to the right. You will see that you are getting the 25% will be of 73 is 448.3. Okay. Now it is. Okay, this is very important. Just remember that you can do these dollar sign references, and there are three kind of references. Just remember it.
Yeah, I remember. I understand conceptually that if you put the dollar sign in the beginning, then it locks in the row. If you put the dollar
Yes,
sign in the
if you
middle, it
move
locks in the sorry, if you put it in the end, it locks in the column, right? And if you put it in beginning and end, it locks in the cell. Is that right?
exactly,
Okay.
And another way I can, if you are still confused, then and another way I can. If you see, if you don't put the dollar sign before the A, you move it to the right, then it will go from A to B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so we don't want this to be the B, C, D, E, F. So when we move to the right, don't put any sign. Just move, drag it to the right. Enter,
I'm trying to write it
enter,
again.
enter, enter, enter. Just A4 only. No,
Okay, so I want to do equals.
can
I want
you
to
hear me?
multiply. Yeah, I can hear you. I want to multiply this
No, no, don't
times.
multiply anything. Just refer to the A2. Okay, you can multiply, but I just want to. It is great. Why you have took the A11? It is A2.
I want
If
to
you
try
are
a different number. I want to try this one, this row.
oh no, that
I have to do it on this cell.
the dragging, and this is not a value that we are referring to.
I have to do it on this cell. Now I can do this one times 20. Will give me that, but now I need to reference and drag. So then I need to do I want to lock this. How do I want to lock in the 20%. So I need to do
No, it is great. You have done it right. You can copy this formula and paste everywhere else. But if the references are great, references are not here great, because if you move it to the right, just move it to the right. So you see, if you have move it above, he is not getting any value because there is no value above the row one. But if you log the references here, okay, then you will find that.
So why is it doing across but not top? Kind of confused why it did it this way. Why did it do this calculation? It knew to do E1 times B11. So for me to now then do the other top, I need to do I need to lock this 20% basically, which is D1. So I need to put a dollar sign like after it. I can hear you.
Okay, now put the dollar sign before A1, A, just enter. Now you can copy this to the every cell with above. Copies Control C. No, no, don't drag it. Control C and just delete the
You
above.
can't drag
Okay.
upwards.
Now
You
you can
can't,
paste it everywhere.
but you can't drag
No, we can
upwards,
drag
right?
only downwards. You cannot drag. We can paste it everywhere else. So this reference will work. I think this is just delete these one. Now copy the cell D11. Copy the D11 cell. Delete these one. These will delete everything. Now you see if it is you have copied this cell. Just click on the E2. That is 443 E2. So you see, uh, click in the formula bar. Click in the formula bar, and then you see you are getting the right. It is referring to the same required value, required percentage, that is E1, and it is. So you can check from anywhere if you are getting that it is referring to the same. Just copy this cell and paste it to the other cell from F2 to Q11. Copy this one. You can drag as well, but you can as well you can copy this one as well. If you have put the formula as in the D11, as currently you have incorporated the formula in D11, you can copy that one and paste everywhere else. It will work. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you got my point. There are two ways. You
Uh,
can drag and drag things.
yes.
You can also paste that formula everywhere else.
Yes, I understand that aspect. I'm still kind of confused on the where to put the dollar signs and stuff. Do you think it's important for me to right now memorize exactly how to put the dollar signs, or because I mean I'm still kind of confused like where the dollar sign
Okay,
actually
let
goes.
let me share once again my screen. I will give you with an example so you get it right. You get because you have done the practice. Now you just are confused with the dollar sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm deleting this one. My screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting this unsolved. Okay, I think this is open. Okay, here this is open. So
Mm-hmm.
I multiplied this, multiply by this one. I'm deleting this one just to you don't confuse it. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
have this kind of summary. These are some sales, like sales. Okay, and these are the discounts. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and we want to just check the what kind of how much discount it will go over. This is our column. I'm just referring it to, it is blue and it is our green. Okay, now I want here summary. Okay, and this whole is our window of operation which we are dealing with the red. Just okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
taking this all, just putting the borders so you have the idea. Okay, now it is this multiply by B1. Okay, I told you. I
Mm-hmm.
go to A1 and put the dollar sign. That will be F4. If I don't put the dollar sign, you see, I am moving this to the right. Now, what you see, it is coming from A, is changing to B, changing to C, changing to D. So I'm just letting it, I'm referring it to this one. Okay, and I'm dragging this one here. You see, what will it do? It will change on our window will changing on a B, C, D. We want to log this column as okay. We want to log this column. We don't want to change this column. If you see, it is working fine till the end. A4, A5. We want this one, but we don't want this to be A, B, C, D, E. We want this one to be the A when we move to the right. Okay, it will exactly what now if I change, if you see, it will give us the zero. Why? Because there is other column that is B2 is zero, C2 is zero, and this is zero. So just I put these empty columns here. Okay, to prove the idea. So to log this one, we must put the dollar sign in the front. So A
Mm-hmm.
will be the log. So our column A will be the log when we move to the right. Move in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now if you see, I move it to the right, it will give me the A. It is not coming B, C, D, E, F. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
got my point?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
referencing cell
So it is
A.
referring, it is not changing on keep on changing B to C, D, E, F to the right. If we
Can
put
you
the
can
dollar
you
sign
can you click on E2? I want to see what you put in the formula. It just says
A,
A2.
it is just referring to this one. I am not considering the uppercase.
Okay.
Similarly, just telling you that how this is working. Similarly, I just referring, I want this 20%. When I move downward, it would be 20%, 20%. And when we move right one, it would be 20, 25, 30, 30%. And how I will do this, I'm referring to E1. Okay, it is 20%. I move it downward. It is great. It is working. But if I move to the right, now it is it is also great. It is giving me this value. But if I copy this one here, you see, if I copy, it is not referring to the F2. If it is not referring to the F1, it is referring to the F2. So I am getting the 20% because here also there is 20%. But if we have any calculation, then this value will be changing. I want this one to be the 20, this to be referring to the this cell. So to log this one, this is also not referring. I want this one to the E1, okay, equals to this, okay. And for this purpose, I am also creating some dash here. Okay, now I'm moving it downward. You see 0% this percent. For this row, I was moving right, it was moving to the right values as well. Now I am moving to the below, it is moving, giving me these values. I don't want these values. So what I will do, I will put a dollar sign at the end. Now I move it downward. You see, it will refer anywhere it goes. It will refer to this one. Okay, so
So the
that is the
dollar
purpose.
sign denotes. I guess I'm trying to figure out like what is the difference between dollar sign in the front of the letter versus after the letter? Like what is the placement? What does the placement mean? Like putting it before versus after.
So before you are locking this A will not move, keep on changing.
If you put the dollar sign before, it locks
Before,
that.
then A will your column. I think I put it in the beginning, right? A, our column will be the log. If we put the before, if we put at the after, one, two, three is referring to the our rows. Row will not be changing. You see here, no row is changing. Similarly, let me put both one. Okay, now it's this multiply by this, which was actually our concern. So I am putting the dollar sign here. Okay, and I'm also changing the this to number. Okay, now I'm putting here. Now you will get the point that is the copying this and pasting it here. So this is the bottom line, that whenever you go there, A is not changing because we don't want this A column to be changed. So wherever you go, A is there, no change. And similarly, 1 is there, 1 is not changing. A is not changing, 1 is not changing. What is changing? A cell A 2, 9, 10, 11, 12 is changing. If you see 10, 11, 12. Similarly, here 1, because we have a row, we have logged our row, we have our percentages here, and we are referring to that one. So now you got the point.
So whatever you put the dollar sign in front of is what it locks in. Like if I want to
Exactly,
lock row or
exactly,
sorry, column
exactly.
A, I put the dollar sign
Yes,
in front of column A on the
A, then
formula.
A will be logged.
And if I want to lock in the say the first
1,
row,
row one,
And
then you will be putting the dollar sign before one. So that was our purpose, because here we have this one, we want to log this one, and here we want this one. Okay, so that was the purpose. You are getting it exactly right. Now it's clear. And if we put the at the both end, then we are referring to the exact value, this value, 20%.
what would that look like by putting it in both? Show me.
Okay, that is the, if we have sales 2 and sales 2, and here is the sales 3. Okay, and we don't want sales 1 discount, sales 2 discount, and sales 3 discount. Okay, now we have discount anywhere above here in the sheet. Here we have discount, and that is log, which is 20%. We are referring to this one. This is very important. So we will keep the dollar sign before and after, because we don't want to change the B, we don't want to change the 1. Okay, so here we have some values. I have used some formula to put the values just for
Yeah, I'm
we.
familiar with the rand between formula. You're basically telling it to randomly pick a number between like 1 and
Yes.
1,000 or something, or what? Yeah, like
Okay.
10,000.
Now this is, now I am getting this multiply by this. Now what you see, what is our perspective, that we log this before and after. So we will put dollar sign here as well as here. And for this one, we will put the dollar sign before. So this is what I was saying. If you no,
So,
we have
okay, so
logged,
here,
A1, but we don't want the to A1, because we are still moving to we want the sales 2, sales 3 as well. So we will only log this one. Okay, no need to log the A1. Okay, you see now, if you see, it is moving accordingly, because we want, when it is row 1 A, then it sales 1, say it goes to 2, 3, then we will. So you see, here we have only our requirement was that we don't log anything from with respect to A. We only log what thing? We log this one, discount, because discount was static and it was placed at one place. You got the point. This is referring to, this is important. This is not changing. Everything else is changing according to the movement. When it comes to C11, it came from here, it came from here, because this is the same reference coming from. These are values that are giving the values here, but we are multiplying these values with the 20%. Okay.
yeah, yes. Conceptually, I'm getting it. It's just writing those dollar signs still kind of confusing, but I think conceptually, yes, I understand it. Like, you for sales 1 discount, you want to reference the sales from cell A4 and multiply that by 20% to get that.
20%, and 20% is in the cell
Which
we
is
don't
locked.
want.
It's
So
absolutely
that
locked.
is why it is locked. So it is everywhere, wherever you go, it will remain this one.
Mm-hmm.
B is also locked. One is other. That the thing you picked up, that if you want to log one as well as B, then you have to put sign before both of those. So
If you want to
in this
lock the
case,
one
we
also, you'd have to put the dollar sign after the one also, right?
as yes, before one and before B. B is also logged because our cell is here and 20% is only here. So we want to log this one. So we have put this and it is in the row one. We don't want to move to the row 2, row 3, or row 4. Similarly, we don't want to move to the C, D, E, F. Okay, that was our here that we have logged this absolute cell. This is referring to it will not change. Neither one will change, neither B will change because both are logged.
Mm.
In the previous
Understood.
example which you were doing, we were putting at before A was logged because we have only sales or values in A1, and the otherwise we have the percentages that were distributed over the B, C, D, E, F, G. So we have put dollar sign at the end. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
I think this
Yeah.
has took much time over time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move to the other examples, or you can go to the task as well. Task is as if you see task is similarly that are simple steps, and it is referring to the as you see open the GB file formula. You have only to copy this one like this, divide this one, and then you have to copy this here and transpose it in the next sheet here. These are all the instructions are here.
Okay.
You want to do this one, or we should proceed with these kind of other things? These are, I think, the simple. The main thing was the cell reference. That was a tricky part, and other thing in this, I think that is when you ever changes these to the reference. So that is also a tricky thing that you can go to when we were taking the references formula base name manager only. This one. Okay, share
Uh,
your screen. We do this one as well. So
okay.
I'm stopping it. Okay, go to the sum functions. These are, I think, simple. Auto sum is equal to you just place at E11 and press Alt is equal to.
What am I doing here exactly? I'm trying to get this sum, auto sum, average, max. I'm learning those formulas basically, right? Referencing
Yes,
this
you are.
data.
The auto sum is you can auto at the auto sum you can use a shortcut that is Alt equal. If you put at the end of a row Alt ALT plus equal.
Alt equal.
Alt plus equal.
It
ALT.
doesn't do anything for me.
Okay, go to the cell E12, E11, sorry, E11. Yes, here. Press Alt equal. It will sum the enter. It will sum the every value that are above. Okay, so this is a shortcut. Other ways you can place your sum formula. You can go to D11 and uh, write equal sum, and you can then refer press tab. Yes, you can do this one. Okay, enter. You have not the pressure sum D now remove equal sum parentheses. You have not put the parentheses. To automatically put the parentheses, you can press the tab button. Okay, now it is good. Enter. Now this is manually you are getting the. Similarly, in the C11, you can put the average formula is equal to average. AVER. Sorry, you are using the abbreviation. This is, I think, don't have the formula. Formula is AVER. Press the tab, you will get the formula. Press tab. No, when you press equal, delete it, equal, AVE, press tab. It
Tab
is not
is,
working.
yeah. I
Okay,
hit
press
tab. It's just like doing that. Just taking me to the next cell.
tab,
Yeah, I am. That's what I'm saying. When I do that, it's tabbing over to the next cell.
Okay, I think there is something. Okay, you take the average. That is formula is average. AVERAGE.
How do I choose one of
AVE.
these? I know, I understand. How do I
Yes.
choose this one? Tab
So,
doesn't work. Space?
what kind of is
This
it is MS?
is no. This is not Excel. This is LibreOffice. Guntak,
So
are you on the call?
sorry.
Hold on one second. I'm talking to my assistant. Guntak, are you on the call?
Yes.
Did you figure out how to get the free versions from Harvard?
Yeah, we have some links and I'm trying to do that.
Did you email
Because
the Harvard and to ask them, like, hey, how do we get the free version of Excel and stuff?
yeah, we asked if they given some. I asked for some chat in Harvard.
Okay.
They given some links. I already shared with you. I'm going through that links.
Okay. Can you go through the links and then like on our meeting, let's go ahead and set those up so we can get the free versions.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thanks. So Abdul, I will have this set up. Okay, I haven't. I think I have free access to Excel through my school.
Okay, because of the limitation, it is not Office, MS Office. That's why it is not. And because I have that option, we can choose the tab, and it comes with the formula.
So in this case, right now, if I want to select one of the formulas that it's suggesting, how do I like? Do I just
You
enter?
have to
Oh,
put
there we
the
go. Enter, enter.
okay. Okay. So this will give the average. Similarly, max. I told you, max will give you the maximum value or the highest value from the above, and minimum will give you the minimum of. So we use this formula, and similarly the count A and count blank. These were also discussed.
Okay, let me do it on this side now, on the correct places. So let's just say I want to do it here. And I want to do the auto sum of
Auto sum is no formula. This was just there is no formula of auto sum. This
oh,
was
because
just
that's just the title.
okay. No, this was just you can write that alt plus equal is a shortcut for auto sum.
Got it.
Alt equal. Just write it down. Alt plus equal. is shortcut. That's it. Is the shortcut. Okay. Now you can take the average of everything. Okay, that's great. You are taking all of those. Okay, no problem. This will be the average.
Is there any shortcut that would, instead of me having to like drag and do this, can it automatically select the entire selection? Is there any shortcut for that?
No, you can write the references. It is a B32 semicolon. Like you can write B3 semicolon.
Okay.
B3 semicolon. Colon. Only sorry, colon. Not semicolon. Colon. And it is E10. E capital 10. Enter. Okay. You see, you can reference it.
But
If
can I
you
when I'm doing it just by selecting, is there any shortcut to just automatically select this section? Is there anything like that? Or I have to manually
yes, we will
drag?
do in the table format. That is the also a convenience that we can refer to that one.
Hmm.
If we place it, if make this data into a table, then it is possible.
It's gonna select the whole table basically.
Yes. No, then we have to select the what you can say the whole table. I think we can select.
Okay, now here I want to select this formula. So if I press
Count A.
enter, it's gonna select this one. How do I skip over to this one and select this one?
Don't have the idea about this office version you have because in our they give the option that we can pick from right to left. Put A, then it will come as okay now.
Yeah, I know A
Enter.
will do it, but I was just trying to see if there was any way I could pick from the select suggestions.
Because tab is not working in your case. I think there
Yeah.
was a tab. So this account A will also give you the 32. But if you place some values, some text in some cells, then this count A will remain the 32, but count will change because count only counts the whole numbers or the decimal numbers.
What is the
Now
difference between
you
count and count A again? So count is basically doing what?
count is basically counting the decimal numbers only. If you delete two numbers here,
Delete them completely?
delete it. No, just delete it. Okay, now you have the count blank is 1. Similarly, count and count A are same. Now in the blank cell, you place AB. AB.
Count.
AB. Now you see count A all
Yeah,
is 32 still, but count is 31 because the numbers is not in one cell.
I got it.
Okay.
Count is only counting the numbers, cells that have number values in them, numeric values. Count A is also counting alphanumeric values. And count blank
Yes.
is counting cells that
Count
have no values.
count the numbers of cells. Okay, that contains and count A is that are not empty. Count the numbers of cells in a range that are not empty. So if there is anything in the cell, it will count.
Even if it's like
Not empty
a
cells.
character, right?
Yes, it will count. Unless it is empty. If it is empty, then count A will not count.
Okay, got it. Sounds good, brother.
Okay. Are you willing to do, or you have anything? Because
We
I have.
I was gonna say we can go ahead and pause because I have another meeting coming up right now, and then we'll pick back up tomorrow. I have you on my. Let me stop the recording.
Okay, see you tomorrow, same time.